Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Capricorn for April of 2013. And this also applies if you have a Capricorn ascendant. So my dear Capricorns, there's a huge focus this month on your home, your family, your roots, where you're living. Many of you have felt quite insecure about where you're living. You're not sure what's going to be happening. Maybe you're not sure as to whether you want to continue living even in the same country that you're living in, or at least in the same state. A lot of uncertainty happening. But this month is going to be a wonderful time, particularly the first couple of weeks of the month, for putting some energy into your family, your friends, the people around you. You may find yourself renovating your house, upgrading your house, or selling the house. With Uranus there, you may find it suddenly sells. Something that's been stuck for a long time. Mars is now in that house. Venus is there. So if you're looking to sell your property, now this month, particularly the first 2 weeks of the month, it may just sell. You may just get that offer. It's also going to be a good time to make a move. If you really feel as though it's time to relocate, this will be the month to plan it and to get on with it. Also a good time for clearing the air with family members. Maybe there's something that needs to be spoken about, particularly with Mercury in that house as well. Time to listen to what other people are feeling and also for you to be heard. Also, make sure you're not making too many compromises. Many of you have been trying to make compromises and you've been doing just too much of it. So make sure you put your foot down, Capricorn. You're able to do that when you really want to. When you want to say no and you need clear boundaries, you're able to do it. With Neptune, Mercury in your third house, particularly at the beginning of this month, this is going to be a wonderful time to learn something new, but particularly anything connected with astrology, metaphysics, the esoteric. Wonderful time for it, learning anything that's very creative. It's also a very good time for getting in touch with that higher mind, really going to those higher levels, that spiritual level, if you like, that so many of you are deeply interested in. You can go to some higher levels this month particularly. Your psychic energy is going to be much higher than it usually is. We've got a lot going on the last couple of the weeks of the month. Get much more exciting and interesting. It's a great time with Sun, Venus and Mars in that fifth house of self-employment. It's a great time for starting a business. It's a great time for doing anything that's very creative. It's also with Venus there for the last couple of weeks of the month. It's a lovely time for a romance. For those of you wanting romance, make sure you're getting out and about. It's also a great time for doing anything with young people, for teaching, for training them maybe, for coaching, but anything that involves children and young people, it's a very good time for putting energy into them, their education, in one way or another, to be helpful to younger people around you. It's also a very important time to do some fun things. Capricorn, you have a tendency to be very serious, to want to have a plan and everything to be mapped out. Last couple of weeks of the month, make sure you're doing something pleasurable. A hobby, something that gives you pleasure, really important because it's so well aspected and such a time to be doing something pleasurable. Taking a little bit of time out from that very busy work schedule that so many of you have. Jupiter in your sixth house, still a great time for healing yourself, for doing something good with your body, but make sure you're not overindulging. There is a tendency to overindulge, especially in sweet things, and also in maybe nice sweet drinks as well. So there you have it, my dear Capricorns. I wish you a great month. Thank you to those of you signed up for the free newsletter, and come for questions, readings, whatever it is. I really love hearing from you. Take care. Bye for now.